And there you see Steve Austin is already bleeding from the back. That's from when he got into the ring earlier. Now Steve Austin makes his way into the ring, and behind him the ring crew puts up the final strand of barbed wire.
Notice those big heavy gloves they have on. These guys inside this squared circle don't have on any protection at all. This barbed wire is going to cut them to ribbons.
If a wrestler wants to go out and take a break in this one, they're going to pay for it with a little scratch of the barbed wire. There's Jeannie, a lady who scratched a few things in her day.
Timekeeper James Walden hits that bell. It's time for this long-awaited match to begin.
We're underway. Chris Adams against stunning Steve Austin, the teacher against the pupil. And there's the forward roll, and Austin gets out of the ring, but he hurts himself by scratching himself with that razor-sharp barbed wire.
You don't have to hit this barbed wire very hard, and it just literally cuts you to ribbons.
Jeannie, very protective of her man, probably quite worried. But there's a man who shows no worries, and there's a man who shows a lot of worries on this edition of the USWA Challenge.
Look at that barbed wire shining in the light, Craig. I just touched it with the tip of my finger a moment ago. It's just like having a blood test in the blood bank.
Once again, the forward roll, and out goes Austin right by us, and he is just hurting, writhing in pain from being scratched by that barbed wire.
You know, this is the third time he's ducked out of the ring. It seemed like he had learned.
Jeannie once again attending to her man. And look at the scratches on stunning Steve Austin's back. And there's a man who's confident. This may be the match that can settle it, because Jeannie can't interfere, because you know she doesn't want to hurt her pretty self on that barbed wire.
There's no doubt about that. Chris says that she don't want a thread harmed on that gown that she's wearing. And she don't go to the 5 and 10 cent store to buy her clothes, that's for sure.
There's Jeannie in a lovely outfit this evening. Hello. Boy, that look can kill, and there's a look that can kill. Chris Adams with a lockup, go behind, and a nice takedown.
The gentleman has stunning Steve Austin locked up right here in front of me, trying to roll him over, trying to get those shoulders to the canvas for that 3 count.
Has the full Nelson locked on.
Chris is working him over here to the barbed wire, right here in front of us, inch by inch. He's got him on the barbed wire. His face is about 2 inches away, Craig, from that steel barb.
And Jeannie having a rough time looking at this, as am I. So close. Look at the look on stunning Steve Austin's face. And a chop by Chris Adams. Austin maybe wanting to run for cover, but he's learned his lesson with 3 scratches on the back.
Now this is where the experience comes in. This is where the gentleman with his many years of experience in the squared circle, and then stunning Steve Austin was only a few months. Let's see if the student is going to outdo the teacher in this rough and tough USWA match.
Chris Adams sets up. And the lockup. Headlock, hip toss. Very well done by gentleman Chris Adams, doing it by the book.
I noticed that he is sticking to wrestling. He's using wrestling holds. And that's the name of the game. That's the name of the marquee.
Austin has Adams backed up into the corner. And that's not a clean break. It's a couple of drives, 3 times to the midsection. And now Chris Adams' head dangerously close to that razor-sharp barbed wire.
Look at the muscles and the tendons in Chris Adams' neck, straining to keep his face from that steel barb.
And there's the elbow to stunning Steve Austin. And you know that when they invented this back in DeKalb back in the 60s to keep the cows in, they never thought they'd have to keep the wrestlers in.
That's for sure. That was in the 1860s in DeKalb, Texas.
Or Illinois, I do believe.
He kicks those legs right out from under him.
That move was invented on Stratford on Avon. by a quite possibly young soccer-playing Chris Adams.
There's a full Nelson, Craig, by the gentleman.
And you're right. Chris Adams sticking to the wrestling moves, but having the threat of that barbed wire is a little bit of the pain factor there. Oh, so close, stunning Steve Austin. But now back towards the middle of the ring they go. The full Nelson, and Austin breaks the hold. We'll take a break right here and be back with the action in a moment. There you go, one right towards the kisser.
Look at that face on Mean Jeannie. She didn't like that at all.
Gentleman Chris Adams now trying to use the barbed wire on stunning Steve Austin. A few scratches from that wire and he won't be so stunning, and there's the worried Jeannie. And she's not as worried now that Austin is starting to take control once again. Snapmare to the sleeper.
Sportatorium fans picking up that chant. Go, Chris, go.
Both men worn out not only from the wrestling match, but also to stay away from the barbed wire that surrounds the ring here at the Sportatorium. Stunning Steve Austin wearing him down, but Chris Adams with a series of elbows gets out of it. Power slam by stunning Steve Austin on the reversal.
That takes a lot of strength to pick a man up like that as he's coming off those ropes. Wait a minute, Steve Austin's climbing out between the barbed wire and the regular ropes. It looks like he's going up to the top turnbuckle. He is, there he goes, he moves.
Nobody home as the premise is vacated by gentleman Chris Adams. Adams now in control. Is he gonna go for the pile driver? He sets Austin up. To the air he goes.
This could be it, this could be it. A perfect pile driver by the gentleman himself.
Jeannie looks on as gentleman Chris Adams goes to the rope himself. Adams looking down and to the knees. He pulled up the knees, stunning Steve Austin. Got the knee up into the midsection.
A very, very concerned look on Mean Jeannie here at ringside.
Look at the power move shown by stunning Steve Austin. He's gonna drop him over.
He's gonna drop him on those barbed wires. He's gonna drop him on the wire.
Adams fighting out of it. Adams fighting out of it. He's wiggling. He could get him on the backside. The roll up. 1, 2, 3.
He did it. He did it. The gentleman, Christopher Adams.
What's Jeannie doing? Jeannie making her way over to stunning Steve Austin.
She's got something in her hand. What's that in her hand? What's that in her right hand, Craig?
Austin goes over, and whatever it is,
she gave it to Austin.
It's brass knuckle.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Wait a minute, Bronco!
He nails gentleman Chris Adams. Adams is out.
Here she comes.
Jeannie coming over by us. She's taking a chair up there. She's sending a chair into the ring. Jeannie sends a chair into the ring.
What's wrong with that woman? Has she lost her mind?
Steve Austin, oh, he's got the chair. He's gonna try to finish Adams off. Down to the back of the neck. Adams writhing in pain. He's got the chair right across the back of the neck.
What is he gonna do now?
He comes down right on the back of the neck. Adams
with a metal chair, Craig. He's gonna do it again, it looks like.
The third time, down on the back of the neck. That can paralyze a man.
Sweet Jeannie's smiling now.
Oh, again. He throws the chair down.
Chris is writhing with pain down on the floor. He's hitting in the back of that neck with that chair.
Look at Jeannie! Look at Jeannie! Adding insult to injury, stunning Steve Austin thinks he has the job done as he and